I am the Lonely Necron, and welcome to my basement. So we're gonna call this Duels at Midnight. I was looking around my collection and saw a couple guys that I had never seen actually meet in a battle before. So I thought, hey, let's see what they do when they fight together. So I grabbed 10 guys, divided them up into pairs. Yeah, we're just gonna see what they do. This is a graveyard setup. Probably gonna be Drukari against somebody. And here we have our 5 brave pairs about to go into it. We have an Archon going up against a Cadian Commander, a Commando Knob going up against a Lightlord Terminator, a Bullgrown Bonehead going up against a Wraithblade, a Castellan Robot going up against a Scorpec Destroyer, and a Talos going up against a Greater Possessed. Alright, should be a good battle. Group of battles, lots of battles. You may be wondering why there are dice next to these guys. That's because we're gonna actually include dice rolls in this video. I've previously only been doing it for psychic rolls. Yeah, see how it goes. Alright, well, we're going to start with the Bullgrin and the Wraithblade first. So first we're going to roll and see which one of these guys gets to go first. Oh, that's a tie? Alright, well. How do you get ties twice? Oh, thankfully. Jeez. Alright, well, that means that the Wraithblade gets to go first. Alright, well, so Wraithblade gets 3 attacks. It's hitting on 3s. Alright, so he got 1 hit. So he gets to wound on a 3 as well. Ah, that's a wound. Alright, well, Bullgrin has a 2-up save. It's a -3 AP, so he needs a 5. That is not a 5. Alright, well, so Bullgrin takes 1 point of damage, putting him down to 2. Well, that makes it the Bullgrin's turn. And he has a whole lot of attacks. He has 5 attacks. So he's hitting on a 3 now. He only got 2 hits though. He's wounding on a 3 though. That's only 1 wound. So -1 armor penetration. So a 4-up for this guy. That he made! Safe! Alright, well, back to the Wraithblade then. With his, it's technically 2 attacks, but since he has a Ghost Blade, he gets the Ghost Sword, he gets the additional attack. So 3 attacks, looking for 3s. Again with 1. I mean, I guess we can 1 this guy to death. So looking for a 3 to wound. That's not a 3 to wound. Alright, so the Bullgrin, with his attacks back, with his 5 monstrous attacks, looking for 3s to hit. Man, what is it with these guys? 1 hit, so looking for a 3 to wound. I think I just attacked the thing. That is a wound, so Wraithblade rolling to save, needs a 4. That is not a 4, so Wraithblade goes down to 1. Alright, Wraithblade, this is your chance to shine. I need you to hit with more than 1 this time. That's all of them, homie. Alright, so now you just need to wound with all of these, so 3s. That's all 3 of them. Excellent, excellent. So Well, with his shield, that's a 2. -1. Oh no. Oh no, no. -3 makes it a 5. That's, well, he takes 2, which is enough to kill him. Which means that the Wraithblade wins this round. Yay, Wraithblade! Alright, well, next up we have the Talos going up against the Girder Possessed. So we're gonna roll to see who goes first here. Hopefully it's not 2 ties in a row like last time. Oh, excellent, excellent. So the Talos gets to attack first. Alright, well, the Talos is probably gonna 6 attacks with its macro scalpels, hitting on a 3. With most of those. Now he's wounding on a 3. So 3 wounds at a -2. 5 up. Failed all of those. Takes 6 damage and dies. That was fast as hell. I hope it doesn't. Jesus. I mean, do Teloses run in packs? I'm trying to remember. I've got the book, but it's like put away right at the moment. I think it's like you can only have 1 at a time, maybe? Because I know that Possessed you can have like 1 to 3, I think, on the Girder Possessed. They didn't actually make it to 9th edition. They took out the Girder Possessed. But I think these guys are awesome. Just because, I mean, against anything that apparently is not a Talos, it rips it apart. I don't really use them very often because they didn't make it in the 9th, but I still really like the Greater Possessed. But hey, you know, the Talos won. Yay, Talos. Alright, well. Now we're going to do the Blightlord Terminator with his Flail of Corruption against the Commando Knob with his Big Chopper. So first we're going to roll for deployment. See which one goes. Well, I say roll for deployment just because my brain is like wired for that, but rolling to see who goes first. It looks like the Knob is going to go first. Excellent, excellent. Alright, well, the Knob gets 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s with his Chopper thing. He's an orc and he hits with all 3 of them because he's awesome. Alright, well, he's also wounding on 3s. Not as good that time. Alright, so -1 AP, so we're gonna go, that's just a 3-up save for this guy that he makes real well. Alright, so the Flail of Corruption, he gets to take 2 hit rolls for each attack. So that's 6. He hits on a 3. That's half of those hits. So he wounds on a 4, because orcs are tough. But 2 of those do manage to wound. Excellent, excellent. So -2 AP for the flail. He doesn't have an invuln. He's just going to take that flat out. So 4 damage total, which kills the Knob. Yay! Death Guard win! I do like the Death Guard. They're just a pain in my ass to paint. They're not as much of a pain in the ass as the Thousand Suns, but I don't think I have anything that is as much of a pain in the ass to paint as the Thousand Suns. Alright, well, now it's time for the Cadian Commander to show us what he can do against this Archon. Roll to see who swings first. Oh, come on, guys. Tying again? Let's see if we can do this. Oh, alright, cool. So the Cadian Commander gets to attack first with his Power Sword. He's hitting on 3s. Alright, awesome. So one of those hits. Winning on 3. Yay, we got a wound. So, So the Archon has this refractor shield thing, so it's a 2-up invuln. But the first time it fails, he doesn't have it anymore, and he has to go off his regular save. So 2-up invuln. Did he? Of course, he failed it. You know. So yeah, takes 1 damage. Goes down to 4. All right. Well, so he gets to attack back. So 5 attacks from the Archon with his Husk Blade. Hitting on a 2. No, that can't be a 2. That's a 3. Yeah, it was hitting on a 2. Those all hit. Wounding on a 3. Alright, so 2 wounds from the Husk Blade. -2, so both Acadian Commanders 5-up invuln. Go ahead and fail both of those. Uh-oh, I'm going to do D3 damage here. So the first one is going to do 1 damage. The second one's going to do 2 damage. So he goes down to 1. Alright, well, with his last little bit of life, yeah, he's going to try this with his power sword. So he hits on a 3. They all hit. Excellent. This is a good start. So wounding on a 3. They all wound. This is even better. So -3 on this. So we're looking for a... It looks like he can't avoid that. So yeah, after double checking, he really does in fact have a 5-up save for that. So he's going to take 3 damage. So now these guys are both down to 1. The Archon's attack. Looking for 2. That's 4. Looking for 3. Got 3 of those. Alright, so I'm gonna take the 5-up invuln for this. Yep. Well, he failed 2 of those. He only needed to fail 1, but this thing does D3 damage, so it could potentially do 6. I'm not gonna roll it because he's dead. Yay, Drukhari win again. That's 2 for Drukhari. And really looking over at it, the Space Elves have swept completely. The Space Elves won all 3 of theirs so far. So got 1 more to go. All right, well, that leaves us with what I would consider the best for last, the Necron fight. So Scorpack against the Castellan Robot. So rolling to see who goes first. Castellan Robot gets to go first. That's ominous. Alright, well, he's only got 3 attacks. Hitting on a 4. 2 of those hit. Wounding on a 2, because he's a big, strong robot. Both of those won. Alright, well, AP -3 on those fists. So looking for 6s here. Nary a 1. It's super unfortunate too because that Castellan robot just does a flat 3 damage with its fists. And yeah, that kills the Scorpic. So yay AdMech, but not really yay AdMech, like a disgruntled yay AdMech kind of deal. Alright, well, there's our 5 winners, and that was a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed the dice rolling experience here. I'll probably be doing more of the including dice rolls in my games. Definitely for the shorter games. Probably not for the big games. I don't know how much of a masochist I am, but I definitely need like an actual video camera, I think, for a second. Yeah, for a big game. I don't know. If you made it to the end of the video, I do appreciate it, especially with my ramblings. Yeah, I know I say a lot, and I do apologize, but it is what it is. I'm a Gen Xer. That's what we do. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope that wherever you are, you're doing well. Stay blessed.